Hi guys, it's Mark from Blast. We've had a few people asking us about how we pack directional surfboards when you're going travelling. For everyday use, we'd use a bag like this. You could travel with this, but you're obviously not going to get much protection for the board. And the boards are obviously pretty fragile, the surfboards. Most of the damage seems to happen when they're travelling, not so much on the beach or in the water. So it's paramount to pack the bags, or pack the boards well in the bag. So I've got a board here, and this shows how I start off by doing. What I do is I get some pipe lagging, I wrap that around the rails, especially up near the nose, which is kind of the weaker area. Then this then goes inside. So I put my board in my normal day bag, and so I take the day bag with us when we go as well. Now it's really handy, so when we're away, if we have a taxi ride to another beach, or if we're on the back of a buggy or whatever, I can use the bag. But also when I'm not in the water, if I'm on the beach, I can use this bag then to keep the board out of the sun, so it's not going to go yellow and not going to blister or bubble up or anything. So I have a tight squeeze with the pipe lagging on it, but I should be able to get that in there. Right, so that's that. Now these bags are really tough, quite well padded. This is the Pro surf bag from Mystic. So I can normally get 2 surfboards, 3 kites, bar and lines, harness, wetsuit, all in the 32 kilos. It's got to be under the 32 kilos. That's normally the maximum weight that the baggage, the airlines will take, and the baggage handlers will carry. They won't go over 32 kilos. They'll often weigh them and label them up then 32 kilos or whatever. There's lots of padding in here, but I can add to it. And one way I can add to it is I'll use the kites. So rather than have the kites actually in their kite bags, just folded up in the bag, what I tend to do is I'll put the kite in like that, halfway. That's a 9 metre. Then my 7 metre, I'm going to put the other end. Now I'm going to put my board bag. So I'm going to place that in there like that. I've got another board here. So I've got 2 boards. One for the sort of more down the line good waves, and one for more sloppy small little waves. So the next thing now, I just fold these kites over. Now the kites are going to be protected by this bag anyway, but the kites in turn are protecting the surfboard in the bags. So now the harness, I'm going to put this is a hard shell, so I'm going to put this at the back of the board bag. And now that's going to protect the tail really well. If the bag is dropped, it's going to drop onto that hard protected shell of the harness. Now my wetsuit, this bag is one that goes, when it's carried, it's up actually on its side. So I'm going to put my wetsuit on the side that's going to be potentially on the ground. So I'm going to wrap that around the board, around there on that rail. And now, as well as the 7 and the 9, I can also get my 5 metre in here. And then of course, bar and lines go on the top at this end, at this side. Take a little bit of jigging around. But I should be able to get all of that in there quite comfortably. What I'm going to do with the kite, I am going to take away with me a couple of sort of day sack bags. So rather than the big bags that the kites would normally come in, which are quite heavy, I'd rather take a day sack type bag that was still protected, still carry the kites in them, but they're, you know, like roughly half the weight of the standard bags. I'll show you what I mean now. So this is kind of the sort of bag, and we've got several different ones that some of the brands actually do produce them. Some of the brands do actually supply them with the kite. So you have the normal big rucksack type bag, and then you have a thin bag like this that has no weight to it at all, and I can just stuff a couple of those in the bag. Obviously the fins I've taken off the board. The fins are also in the day bags in there, so when I go to unpack it, I know where the fins are. They're on both of these boards. They're FCS2s, so they're dead simple to, you know, click in and click out, and that's it really. So this bag now will weigh around about the sort of 30 kilos. That's 2 surfboards, 3 kites, a 5, 7 and 9, and bar and lines and a wetsuit. I should be able to get another bar and lines in there as well, actually, within the weight. So there you go, and that's all within that sort of 30 kilos or so. So yeah, thanks very much, and any questions, ask below. Also, please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It would really help. Thanks very much. Catch you again.